You know what's terrifying? Some of the most jealous people you'll ever meet will never look jealous at all. They won't scream. They won't accuse you. They won't even ask questions. Instead, they'll smile a little too calmly while secretly overanalyzing every change in your tone, every new person you mention, every minute you suddenly take longer to reply. Because hidden jealousy doesn't look like anger. It looks like silence. And honestly, that's what makes it dangerous. People who hide jealousy usually learned very early that showing it makes them look weak, needy, replaceable. So instead of expressing it openly, they bury it under logic, jokes, distance, or fake indifference. You'll hear things like, "Do whatever you want. I don't care. It's not a big deal." But emotionally, it already became a big deal hours ago. The strange part is that jealousy is rarely about control. Most of the time it's fear. Fear of being forgotten. Fear of not being enough. Fear that someone else will finally give you what they secretly believe they can't. Psychologists often connect hidden jealousy to attachment insecurity. People who grew up feeling emotionally uncertain become hyper-aware of shifts in affection. Their brain starts scanning for signs of abandonment before anything has even happened. A colder text, a delayed reply, a new friendship. Tiny things suddenly feel emotionally loud. But here's where it gets complicated. The people who hide jealousy are often the same people who hate being emotionally dependent on anyone. So they end up trapped between two opposing desires. Please choose me. And I don't need anyone. That contradiction exhausts them. And if you've ever loved someone like this, you know how confusing it can feel. Because they won't tell you they're hurt. They'll just become quieter, colder, slightly harder to reach. Not because they stopped caring. Usually because they started caring too much. There's also another layer nobody talks about. Hidden jealousy often turns inward. Instead of blaming other people, they blame themselves. They compare, obsess, overthink. They start wondering why someone else seems easier to love, easier to talk to, easier to stay with. And the worst part? Most people around them never notice. Because some people mastered the art of suffering politely. Now here's something important. Jealousy itself is not toxic. It's human. It becomes destructive only when people are too ashamed to admit they feel it. Because emotions that are buried don't disappear. They leak out indirectly. Through distance, passive aggression, withdrawal, overthinking, emotional walls. But people who learn to communicate their jealousy honestly usually become much healthier emotionally. Not because they stop feeling insecure, but because they stop fighting themselves for being human. And maybe that's the real psychology here. The people who hide jealousy the best are often the people who fear losing love the most. So they pretend they're unaffected long before they admit they're afraid. If this felt painfully accurate, subscribe. And tell me something honestly. Do you think hidden jealousy protects relationships or slowly destroys them from the inside?